Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Harrison, Associate Registrar. We're pleased to celebrate our graduates from the Faculty of Nursing at this afternoon's Convocation ceremony. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the talented group of individuals behind me who, under the direction of Marty Majorowicz, comprise the MacEwan University Big Band. I would like to remind you that the Winspear Center is an acoustically responsive hall, so we ask that, if you are carrying electronic devices, you take a moment now to turn them off for the duration of the ceremony. If you do need to step outside of the hall, the Winspear has monitors in the lobby on which you can watch the ceremony. A professional photographer will be taking photos of our graduates as they cross the stage and backstage after they have received their parchments. Information on how to obtain copies of these photos will be forwarded to graduates at a later date. Graduands, please remember that at this time, your tassel should be on the right-hand side of your face. We have one more musical number, and then the ceremony will begin. Thank you. Another round of applause, please, for the MacEwan University Big Band. Everyone, if you are able, please rise. At this time, I am pleased to introduce the mace bearer for this ceremony. Dr. Mary Asarifi, Assistant Professor in the Department of Nursing Foundations in the Faculty of Nursing, is carrying the university's mace, which was donated to the university in 1997 by its namesake, Dr. Grant MacEwan, and became the official mace in 2008. It is especially meaningful to the university as it was hand-carved by Dr. MacEwan. Further information on the mace and other Convocation traditions can be found in your Convocation program. The faculty procession is led by Emily Kalima, Assistant Professor in the Department of Health Systems and Sustainability in the Faculty of Nursing. Please remain standing for the academic procession.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. I am delighted to welcome you to this afternoon's Convocation ceremony. Graduates, this is the day you have been working towards, and the day your family and friends here with you have been waiting for. I know hearts are full of joy and anticipation. Today's convocation is indeed a wonderful celebration to recognize our graduands for their achievements at MacEwan University. Graduands, distinguished guests, members of the stage party, faculty, staff, and all others in attendance, my name is Dr. Annette Trimby, President and Vice Chancellor. I would first like to acknowledge that the land on which we gather in Treaty 6 territory is the traditional gathering place for many Indigenous peoples. We honor and respect the history, languages, ceremonies, and culture of the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit who call this territory home. The First Peoples' connection to the land teaches us about our inherent responsibility to protect and respect Mother Earth. With this acknowledgement, we honor the ancestors and children who have been buried here, missing and murdered Indigenous women and men, and the process of ongoing collective healing for all human beings. We are reminded that we are all treaty people and of the responsibility we have to one another. I would also like to acknowledge on Friday, we recognize and celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day. This day is an important day of acknowledgement, solidarity, and celebration. Celebrating education and learning is appropriate on a day that we recognize the history and future of Indigenous peoples across Canada. I am so pleased we are able to incorporate voices from our Indigenous community and the talent and creativity of Indigenous musicians. I would like to invite our Indigenous knowledge keeper, George Desjardins from Frog Lake Cree Nation, to provide us with an Indigenous invocation. The invocation is a prayer blessing graduates on the road ahead as they complete their education and move into the next phase of their lives, wherever it may lead. Protocol was offered before the ceremony.
Kananaskum tinawa unwako magantek. Absisni apik swanuma nutska gisagaw. Kananaskum tinawa imigoyan huma matsun huma aski. Igwamina kakio oskaya kiwa pitigui huma anutska gisagaw. Hauma mo atawi mao. Bekano nan kakio kitsuasum sakiwa pitigui anutska gisagaw. Swimnan hutaaski tato kisagaw anuts wapage ekwakakege. Swimnan kakio skayak tanspi imatsun ihaiman. Swimnan mina egwamina tato kisagaw huma aski. Hi. Thank you.
Thank you, George, for your invocation. Celebration and sharing of Indigenous culture are key to building a strong future for Indigenous people here at MacEwan, in Edmonton, and across the country. I'm grateful now to be able to welcome Shayla Delore-Miracle and Kim Buffalo. Shayla is Cree and Mohawk from Cowessess, Saskatchewan. She completed her Bachelor of Arts degree at MacEwan University. Shayla is a jingle dress dancer. The jingle dress dance is said to have healing powers and is often performed to pray for the health and well-being of the community. Kim Buffalo is from Samson Cree Nation, located on Treaty 6 territory. Kim is a jingle dress dancer. She has been performing across North America in many competitions representing her community of Musquechees. Shayla and Kim will be accompanied by Blackstone. Indigenous singers, dancers, and drummers share their gifts of song and dance at our convocation ceremonies. In each performance, the drum represents the heartbeat of Mother Earth and of all nations. It is a sacred gift believed to carry the echoes of Indigenous ancestors. Thank you, Shayla, Kim, and Blackstone. What an incredibly beautiful performance. Thank you for celebrating with us today. Please now stand for the singing of our national anthem, performed by the MacEwan University Big Band with Chandel Rimmer, AVP students singing. Thank you. You can be seated now. I have the privilege of introducing Dr. Tony Fields, MacEwan's first chancellor. Chancellor Fields has had a long and distinguished career in medicine as a physician, teacher, researcher, and administrator. Most recently, he was professor of oncology at the University of Alberta and vice president of cancer care for Alberta Health Services before retiring in 2011. Please join me in welcoming Chancellor Fields to officially open Convocation.
Thank you, Dr. Trimby. Welcome to MacEwan University's Spring 2024 Convocation. As Chancellor, I declare MacEwan University's Convocation open. It is my distinct honor and privilege to be conferring your academic credentials today. This is a special academic ceremony wherein you, the graduating class of 2024, will receive the degrees, diplomas, or certificates that recognize your remarkable achievements as students of MacEwan University. Graduands, today is all about you, and we are honored to be here to celebrate your achievements. Graduation from a university is a major milestone in life's journey, and Convocation fittingly celebrates it with you in the company of your classmates, loved ones, and teachers. Together, we recognize the diligence and persistence that each of you has applied to your studies and the knowledge, skills, and attributes that you have acquired during your time at MacEwan. These valuable tools will help you succeed in whatever field of work or further endeavor you choose. When I reflect on the years that have passed since my own first graduation from university, my most striking observation is how dizzying the pace of change has become in our society's knowledge and achievement, whether in my own field of healthcare or almost any other that you might name. You, today's graduates, will no doubt witness further achievements that my generation scarcely dared to dream of. This is a wonderfully exciting prospect. It also underscores the importance of the commitment that I encourage each of you to make to lifelong learning. Adaptability to change will be a vital asset, critical to meeting challenges and taking advantage of opportunities. We believe that your time at MacEwan has helped to prepare you to succeed in this changing future. We hope also that it has nurtured your ambition to be shapers and builders of this future, with the goal of improving the world we live in together. As you graduate, you join the growing community of MacEwan alumni. Collectively, you and your fellow alumni demonstrate the many benefits that education at MacEwan contributes to our society across diverse disciplines and throughout our public, private, and voluntary sectors. I look forward to conferring your credentials here today, and I wish you a future rich with fulfilling endeavors and achievements. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Fields. It is my pleasure to now introduce members of the stage party. Members of the stage party, please remain standing once you have been called. Members of the audience, please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. You've already met Chancellor Fields. Next to him is our Board of Governors Chair, Carolyn Graham, and our Provost and Vice President Academic, Dr. Craig Monk. Would members of the Board of Governors rise, please? Would our deans and vice presidents rise, please? I now ask our associate vice presidents and associate deans to rise, please. I would like to recognize our honorary doctorate recipient, Dr. Austin Marden. Would other members of the university administration rise, please? I now ask that the representatives of each of the associations, faculty, staff, alumni, and students, and the student speaker to rise. Would our Indigenous Knowledge Keeper, George Desjarlais, please rise? I now ask the mace bearer, distinguished proctor, and all remaining faculty and staff of the university to rise, please. This is our spring 2024 Convocation stage party. Together, they represent all the faculty and staff from across the university who taught you, encouraged you, challenged you, supported you, and worked behind the scenes for you during your time at MacEwan University. And they are all honored to be here to celebrate with you today. Please join me in acknowledging all of them. Thank you, members of the stage party. You may now be seated. I invite Gabriel Ambutong, President of the Students Association of MacEwan University, to read the student invocation.
Through learning, we flourish and help others to flourish. We stand here today on the brink of important change for ourselves and for the world. Inspired by the past, we now step forward to transform the future. Engaging with others, we cherish the diversity of experience within our communities and ourselves. Through perseverance, we excel. Through compassion, we connect. Through creativity, we thrive. Through knowledge, we grow. Through all this and more, let us forge a legacy to nurture, to inspire, to endure. Moved by this spirit, strong in our knowledge, we now move out into the world with open arms, open mind, and open heart. We pledge to leave the world better than we found it. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabriel, for delivering the invocation and for stepping up to lead the Students' Association. Conferment of an honorary doctorate is the highest honor a university can grant. As Edmonton's downtown university, MacEwan has a vibrant academic culture built on our deeply rooted community connections. We recognize community members who best illustrate the values and achievements that MacEwan graduates can aspire to. They are chosen for their exemplary work both in their field and for impact in our community. I would like to invite Carolyn Graham, Chair of the Board of Governors of MacEwan University, to introduce this ceremony's honorary doctorate recipient.
Thank you, President Trimby, and good afternoon, everyone. First and foremost, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. Your journey to this momentous day has been filled with dedication, passion, and an unwavering commitment to lifelong learning. I commend you for the countless hours of hard work and sacrifice that it took to arrive at this milestone and to today. As we gather here, surrounded by the smiling faces of your loved ones, family, and friends, it's clear that they've been by your side every step of the way. They've witnessed your perseverance, offered unwavering support, and are bursting with pride at your incredible achievements. But the celebration is not yours alone, but a testament to the power of community and the impact that we can have on each other's lives. This afternoon, I have the privilege of introducing a distinguished individual whose contributions to various disciplines have left an indelible mark in the world. Dr. Austin Martin, our honorary doctorate recipient. MacEwan awards honorary doctorates to individuals who have made significant achievements in their areas of expertise and who have had substantial positive impacts in our communities. Before inviting Dr. Martin to the stage to speak, let me share some of his incredible achievements. Dr. Martin's intellectual curiosity and unwavering dedication have led him to excel in multiple fields, including geography, astronomy, and medicine, and he has impact and influence around the globe. He is a prolific author and researcher, and also serves as an associate adjunct professor in the Department of Psychiatry and the John Dosseter Health Ethics Center at the University of Alberta. Additionally, he holds the position of assistant adjunct professor at the Department of Neurosciences at the University of Lethbridge. Beyond his remarkable contributions to academia, Dr. Martin has emerged as a passionate advocate for mental health. Drawing from his personal experiences, he has dedicated his life to helping others navigate the challenges of mental illness. His tireless efforts have earned him multiple awards and recognition, serving as a testament to the profound impact he has had on countless lives. Today, we gather to acknowledge and celebrate Dr. Martin's outstanding achievements and to honor his relentless pursuit of research and advocacy and his exceptional contributions to society. It's with great pleasure that I invite you all to warmly welcome Dr. Austin Martin as we bestow upon him MacEwan University's highest honor. And I'll also ask Chancellor Fields to step forward and join us on stage.
Thank you, Board Chair Graham. As Chancellor of MacEwan University, by authority of the powers vested in me, I do hereby confer upon you, Dr. Austin Albert Martin, the degree of Doctor of the University honoris causa and the honor and privileges that are proper to it. Congratulations, Dr. Martin. Present you with this, and we'll have a picture snapped. We'll just step aside.
So you realize they can't take it away from me now. I have schizophrenia, and many of you, the nurses in the audience, will meet many likely mentally ill people in various conditions at various times in your lives. Probably not like this again, but you will. Distinguished members of the General Faculty's Council, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2024. I'm profoundly grateful to stand before you as the recipient of the honorary degree from MacEwan University. As an Edmontonian myself, I was born in the General Hospital. This recognition carries a special significance. For years, I've driven past this gorgeous institution, the one just north of us, next to Rogers Place, and finally to be recognized by it despite the roadblocks I faced through life. And if any of you, I haven't done it since COVID, but my wife said my second office was Denny's downtown because you might not know this, but it's literally maybe the only place in downtown Edmonton that has free parking. So instead of going for a $2 coffee and then spending $20 for parking, you can go for a $2 coffee, or, well, Denny's charges more. But despite the roadblocks I face through life, it is both a testament to the power of perseverance and an indescribable honor to receive this. When I say roadblocks, I mean not a surplus of construction taking outside in front of Denny's on 104th Avenue that makes traversing it a nightmare. Instead, I reference the hurdles, the setbacks, the life-altering events that have shaped where I am today, from mental breakdowns to poverty to being on age to having sometimes some standard care, sometimes excellent care. Where I am today, I'm almost positive that every single person in this audience has faced some sort of setback in their life. This is not a day of setbacks, by the way, I should just tell you that, even though you'll have to pay for the degree now. Whether that is to be receiving a poor grade, losing a friend, or not getting a callback from the job you've applied for. Regardless of what setback you may have faced, together they have undoubtedly shaped the decisions you made going forward. My life has been no different, except the fact that since I'm likely more than 30 years older than most of you, there's been a longer period of time to rack up those unforeseen setbacks. In 1986, while doing graduate work at South Dakota State University and Texas A&M University, I partook on a NASA National Science Foundation sponsored meteorite expedition near the South Pole for 4 months in a tent. I guess I wanted to get as far away as I could from Alberta. If I'd been smart, I would have gone to Brazil or something. Instead, I went to a colder place in Alberta. I need not remind you there exist no major cities in the Antarctic continent for a reason. The reason being that the polar plateau is an inhospitable landscape that has taken the lives of countless scientists, tourists, and explorers for as long as civilization in the short time has been capable of traversing the oceans. That said, after having traveled 1,100 kilometers by snowmobile, 90 kilometers from the South Pole, my team and I found well over 700 meteorites. I'm the only Canadian to have found a lunar meteorite, and the only problem is how I found it, and I'll leave this up to your imagination. You can take whatever thing. I can't tell you how I found it. It's quite embarrassing, and I get into a lot of trouble with NASA. While our discovery contributed to astronomical science, it came at a significant personal cost. During our trek, I had suffered severe frostbite in both my feet, lungs, and hands, and non-freezing cold injuries to those parts of my bodies as well. During our trek, I suffered severe frostbite to both my feet and lungs. Although I defied the predictions of doctors that my feet would fall off, as you can see, my feet are still here. I was told in 1987 that I'd lose my feet in 10 years from a neuropathy. I still have them. They're a little bit non-functional, but I have them. My lungs suffered permanent damage that still manifests in a cough to this day. Everybody thinks I smoke because I'm always coughing. I've had girlfriends break up with me because they thought I smoked because I cough so much. They said, "You must smoke when you're not with me. So why are you coughing?" You'd have thought life had thrown enough at me at this point. But in the grand scheme of things, my life was just getting started. Some years later, after having received a Master's of Education and a Master's of Science and also turning 30, I was diagnosed with schizophrenia. I distinctly recall, after having been told my diagnosis, being wheeled past the psychiatry sign at the University of Alberta Hospital, just across the high-level bridge. At that very moment, all hope for the life I imagined for myself as a child, as a teenager, then as a young adult, drained from my mind. The world suddenly felt simultaneously empty and as if it was crumbling apart. I began wondering how others would perceive me and how this would alter not only my career, but also my relationships with friends and family. And Dr. Fields knows him, my doctor, but Dr. Bland told my father that I had 5 years to live. I would die homeless on the street after that point, but I didn't. I have been homeless. Despite having faced adversity at this point in my life, I genuinely believe that schizophrenia diagnosis was the closing of the curtains on what life I had left to live. Although I was ultimately able to work towards a doctorate degree in geography in the years that followed my diagnosis, I felt uneasy about how I was going to navigate the rest of my life with schizophrenia and how others would treat me once they inevitably discover my diagnosis. Would they be scared of me? Would they not want anything to do with me? At the time, these were real-life questions that repeatedly raced through my mind. As if it wasn't enough, at my lowest, I became homeless and had to crash at friends' places and sleep on the street. That, however, only works so long as your friends and the weather will not tolerate it. I knew that to live the rest of my life in this state was not going to cut it, and that to live a happy life, a change needed to be made. While there remains nothing I can do about the persistent cough or the frostbite, I'm lucky enough to be blessed to be born in a country where I can get medication to make my illness manageable, the schizophrenia, and the neuroleptics that some of the psych nurses know all about. I could choose to discontinue my medicines and become a burden on society and my family, but I chose instead to live as happy and healthy a life as I am capable of leading. I promised my wife, I'm married, one of 7% of male people with schizophrenia to be married. I promised her, I said, I'm not going to promise to take out even the garbage, but I promised to take my meds. And I've kept that agreement, although she does have to remind me sometimes. I try to be productive a member of society as I'm capable of being. Moreover, despite having been diagnosed with schizophrenia and having been homeless at the time, I was able to publish an article in one of the world's most prominent academic journals. While my life now may not be that which I would have chosen for myself when I was a new college graduate, definitely not. It remains a life worth living. I hope that I am grateful for every second of it. I specifically highlighted these moments of my life to illustrate both the power of hope and never giving up. Such values have guided my journey of psychologically recovering from my schizophrenia diagnosis and have subsequently brokered my success in life. Although little can be accomplished with hope alone, when accompanied by resilience, hope can guide one's ability to recover from a disability, defy expectations, and maintain a productive life, whatever life throws at you. I also chose to discuss these themes because I believe there is particular relevance to almost every single person in this room, graduates and others. As you depart university into the real world, a certain safety net disappears. You're no longer the clueless student. You are now a university graduate, and as I said before, you have to pay back your loans. An adult who has responsibilities and more opportunities, you have to now pay taxes. When this opportunity This opportunity ultimately culminates into a roadblock. It is crucial that you think back to today and remember that if you had sufficient hope to feel your resilience, and that hurdle has a brighter future on the other side. Hope and resilience are of even further importance once one realizes that every single person in this room is likely to become disabled in some capacity, whether permanent or temporary. For example, you may break a bone. A woman might have a difficult pregnancy, or as we age, some may know to have a heart attack or stroke or worse. In a more permanent nature, statistics say that somebody you know in some capacity will become permanently disabled, whether that be by a bad car accident or, like me, develop a serious mental illness. When these events occur, because they will, allow yourself a moment to stumble and reflect, but then move forward, onward. Never give up. Leverage your hope and resilience. You may not get a position at work or a promotion you're after, but let your hope to attain that position make you resilient to work harder. I can personally attest to this way of tackling setbacks. I've done so, and it has led me to a very happy life despite being diagnosed with a mental illness that is accompanied by some of the harshest stigma. And the nurses understand what I mean. For example, it is my hope and resilience that led me to receive the Order of Canada. Although I feared that I would trip and fall on camera while accepting this medal and thus get tasered from behind the tapestry by the Governor General's security CISA staff, I later learned that everyone being honored that day was nervous too. Some had taken Dutch courage, alcohol. For the record, I didn't end up tripping, throwing up, or getting tasered. Had I been, I'm sure you'd all be looking at it right now on your iPhones. And sure you know from some viral video posted to YouTube or Facebook. The harsh reality, however, is that I carry this sort of fear with me everywhere I go. The fear that people are afraid of me, the fear that I will be prejudged by the actions of those who choose to go off their medications and act out. That said, while the fear I mention is real, I have not let it stifle me what I set out to do 31 years ago. They didn't mention it, but I was on CBC News less than a month ago, and I received a medal from Nassau for diversity, equity, and inclusion, the first foreigner to receive it and the only Canadian to receive a Nassau medal this year. That was something that totally blew me away. I will not let it stifle me. I will set out to do what I set out to do 31 years ago, lead a post-illness, productive life, post-diagnosis. It is for these reasons that I mentioned at the outset of my speech that this recognition has particular personal significance. It is a recognition of my resilience and perseverance, which has since 1992, when I was diagnosed, been guided by a hope for a happy, healthy, and productive life. My wife, we have sons. They might have fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, but there are sons, adopted sons. We have a basset hound who doesn't obey orders. My wife is handicapped, but I have a house and we have a mortgage and stuff. I don't know what more there is. It remains fact that you will all be entering a world of uncertainty. Just as I couldn't imagine what life would look like today at my college graduation 38 years ago, I can't imagine today what the coming years will hold. And ChatGPT to be one, that's many of you, of course, none of you know about ChatGPT. Do they know anything about ChatGPT? I think they do. And of course, maybe your successors they'll acknowledge that you should use it, but you're not supposed to use it. But if you laugh at this and say, that would basically acknowledge you did use ChatGPT, because they can't take your degree away from you now. I do, however, hope that we have solved many of the problems our society faces today. I suspect that some of those solutions will come from you sitting out there. I hope, for instance, that we have solved the doctor shortage, the nurse shortage, the housing crisis, homelessness, but most importantly, I hope there's a cure for schizophrenia, and if any of you do research, I hope you win the Nobel Prize and discover an actual cure. If one of you solves that riddle, I would suspect a very prompt phone call from the Nobel Prize in Stockholm. In all, I wish to leave you with a quote from a German aviator who said, "It's your reaction to adversity, not adversity itself, that determines how your life story will develop. The fact that you will face adversity is known, but to what extent and to what nature is not. The best you can do, however, is once you're dealt a bad hand, recall that with hope, one can be resilient, one can lead a happy life, one can still be successful. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2024. Let you power through whatever life throws at you and holds for you with hope and a better future and an unwavering resilience. With hope and resilience, you can do whatever you set your mind to. Nothing is holding you back." Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Martin, for sharing your story of overcoming setbacks, proving lots of people wrong along the way, giving your advice to our students, and all the contributions you have made from both an academic and a community perspective. I would now like to invite Chancellor Fields to join me for the presentation of graduands and conferring of credentials. Graduands, if you are able, please rise. On behalf of the faculties and schools of MacEwan University, I present these graduands and those named in the Convocation program who are not at the ceremony. I ask that they be admitted to the MacEwan University credentials that they have earned.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the province of Alberta, and upon the recommendation of MacEwan University's General Faculties Council, I admit you to the degree, diploma, or certificate to which you are entitled, and I invest in you all the rights and privileges, powers and responsibilities pertaining to that credential. Now I bestow upon you this credential as a solemn trust to transform, to engage, and to improve the world from this day forth, to teach and to learn from others, so that through your learning, we all may flourish. Congratulations, graduates of 2024.
So to commemorate this special moment, I invite you to all flip your tassels to your left. Wait, whoa, we're going to do it. We're going to do it together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, flip. Congratulations. Graduates, you may be seated again. It will be your turn to cross the stage, but first, a medal and a musical interlude. I'd like to recognize the recipient of the MacEwan University President's Medal for Academic Excellence and Student Leadership to deliver the student address. The President's Medal recognizes graduating students who have made an outstanding contribution to campus activities while maintaining a superior academic record. The recipient of the President's Medal this year is Eva Mary Margaret Hollis, a graduate of the Bachelor of Arts, Honors in Political Science, a program in the Faculty of Arts and Science. Throughout her undergraduate degree, Eva demonstrated a profound commitment to her education and community. She maintained an impressive GPA, held multiple research assistant positions, and actively participated in a variety of on- and off-campus activities. Eva's involvement in the MacEwan community, dedication to improving the experience of students, and drive to support others as seen by her dedication to roles in the Model United Nations Club, the MacEwan Student e-Journal, and the Office of Human Rights, Diversity and Equity, among others, has left a lasting impact on the university. Her professors are proud to share how inspired they are by her resilience, curiosity, passion for learning, and keen research skills, which they note are well beyond the undergraduate level. They speak so highly of her work, notably on her paper that won the 2022-23 Best Paper Award in Political Science, and her honors thesis that is now pending publication. Eva will be continuing her academic journey in the fall in pursuit of a master's degree, and I have no doubt that she will find great success and continue to use her education to address challenges in the community and better the lives of everyone around her. Today, we celebrate her many achievements, exceptional academic performance, and the positive influence she has had on her peers and professors during time at MacEwan. I was delighted to present the President's Medal to Eva at yesterday's Faculty of Arts and Science and School of Continuing Ed ceremony. And now we're going to show you a recorded student address from Eva. You will feel like she's right in the room. She's very animated.
Thank you, President Trimby, for those kind words. Hello, my fellow graduates, the esteemed stage party, and faculty members at MacEwan University, and our loved ones joining us today in our celebrations. I'd like to begin this address by congratulating the spring class of 2024. Congratulations on earning your degree, diploma, or certificate. This is a significant accomplishment that everybody here at the WinSpear, those tuned in online and present in spirit, are proud of you for achieving. I certainly am proud of you all and can't wait to walk the stage with everybody. I must admit, this is a very surreal moment for me. For the longest time, I thought that graduating from university was just some dream that I had that would never come to fruition. And while I dreamt about turning this dream into a reality, the discouragement that I received from educators in grade school, coupled with the adversity that I encountered early on in my educational pursuit as an adult, dissuaded me from achieving my academic potential. That is, until I let the curiosity that I've always had for the world guide me. And while it took years for my fear of academic failure to subside, my anxiety surely lessened the more involved I became on campus and in my department. My fellow graduates, I hope that this message resonates with you. We've all spent our formative years in the hallways at MacEwan, and while it may not be easy to admit, I'm sure that we've all experienced fears and anxieties that we may or may not have shared with others. In fact, you may be feeling fearful right now about what the future holds, or perhaps you're feeling nervous that soon you will be walking across the stage. But look around, allow the vibrancy and excitement that fills this ceremony to uplift you, and know that you will accomplish great things anytime you courageously turn and face the strange. Always follow your heart and let your passions guide you. I'm humbled to admit that my passions are what led me to this moment. Words cannot express how astonished I am to have been selected for this award. To say that I'm grateful is an understatement, but I really am so grateful. Thank you to the faculty at MacEwan University for providing me with such a positive and remedial educational experience, and a special thank you to my honors advisor, Dr. Andrea Wagner, whose support and encouragement I couldn't have done without. Thank you to my mother, Sandy, for always believing in me, to my father, Nick, for inspiring me, and to my partner, Stefan, for sharing my love for learning. I want to also extend thanks to everybody else who is here to cheer on my fellow graduates, the families, friends, significant others, and faculty members who supported a grad through this journey. I'm humbled to share this moment with you all. Now, let's have a round of applause for our graduates.
My favorite line in her speech is, "Turn and face the strange." Anyways, think about that. In a moment, our marshals will bring our graduates to the stage. Off stage to your right is a representative from our alumni office. They will present each graduate with a gift on behalf of the MacEwan University Alumni Association. The graduate procession is ordered by faculty and school. Student awards will be presented in advance of graduates. Graduates, this is your moment to celebrate, shine, and be recognized for your accomplishments. As you make your way across the stage, stop and hit your mark next to our mace. Take a moment, wave to your family, friends, pause for a photo, and make your way off stage. And I'm going to demonstrate because, trust me, when you're over there, all of a sudden, you need a few tips anyway. That is the introvert version. You know, this is the moment your family, friends, and other supporters along your journey have waited for. Hopefully not too long, to celebrate you. No, I'm just kidding. The nursing students work really hard, we know that. Your dedication and perseverance have led to this moment. And although we won't be shaking hands on stage today, we will be watching proudly and cheering loudly as each of you cross the stage. We now welcome Blackstone singers from Sweetgrass Cree Nation in Sweetgrass, Saskatchewan. Since their formation, this group has and continues to travel extensively throughout North America, sharing their music in many different celebrations. The drum is comprised of members of the Paskman family, which now includes the son and nephews of original members. Blackstone will perform an honor song as the graduates are being assembled on their way to cross the stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Blackstone. We are truly honored to have you perform for us today. I'm Dr. Craig Monk, Provost and Vice President, Academic. Eva Hollis received the President's Medal yesterday morning. I heard it live, and now I've heard the recording on 3 separate occasions, and I'm always struck by the moment when she refers to the support of her mother. And I know we have a lot of supportive mothers in the house today. But the part of the recording, when Eva looks up to the dress circle or the loge and looks to her mother, even though it's on tape, I keep looking up there. Her mother hasn't been there for a day and a half. In each faculty and school at MacEwan University, we recognize the students whose academic efforts place them at the top of their class. The Dean's Medals are the highest academic honor that may be granted by a faculty, and these medals recognize the exemplary success of individual students in an area of study. One award may be granted in a certificate or diploma program, and one award in a degree program. At this time, I invite my colleague, Dr. Christy Raymond, Dean of the Faculty of Nursing, to come to the podium to present this prestigious award.
Thank you, Provost Monk. Good afternoon, everyone, and it is a pleasure to be here today, along with the dedicated faculty members from the Faculty of Nursing behind me. Now, I have to tell you a little secret. Nursing convocation ceremonies are known for being very enthusiastic, so I'm hoping you won't let me down. I'm not talking Moss Pit Oilers fan nation, but if you could give me something close, that would be awesome. So it is my honor to award the Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in a degree program in the Faculty of Nursing to Cindy Puspita Sari, a graduate of the Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. I would like to invite our award winner to join me here on stage. Cindy graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, having achieved an impressive 4.0 graduating grade point average. Also having achieved 19 A+ grades. See? This is a good start. This is good. With a previous medical degree, Cindy arrived in Canada from Indonesia in 2017 with her husband. I know that her parents are here today as well. Her strong passion for focusing on improving the health of others, and her love for healthcare in the fullest sense drew her to apply for registered nursing in Canada. After being accepted into our Bachelor of Science in Nursing program and experiencing how nursing makes a significant difference in the lives of so many, she quickly knew this was the profession for her. It was obvious through her studies that Cindy was committed, engaged, and diligent in her pursuit of excellence in the field of pediatric cardiac intensive care. Faculty members and preceptors noted that Cindy was always prepared to deliver the best possible nursing care and demonstrate strong leadership potential throughout her various clinical experiences. This was no easy feat, having started her learning, as you know, during COVID-19, and also raising a young son during that time. Cindy credits her strong family support, kind professors, and close-knit group of peers for her success. Cindy indicated to me that this program has helped her become the confident, flexible, and adaptable registered nurse she is today. Congratulations, Cindy, on your notable achievements. It is my honor now to award the Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in a diploma program in the Faculty of Nursing to Morgan Lynn Nelson, a graduate of the Psychiatric Nursing Diploma program. I would like to invite our award winner to join me here on stage. Good job. Morgan achieved an impressive 3.919, we're very precise, graduating GPA. A previous Bachelor of Science in Psychology prompted Morgan to apply for psychiatric nursing, seeking the perfect balance between the field of psychology and providing care for those with mental health challenges. Attending at our Ponoka site, Morgan loved the small-town learning approach and the ability to share her passion for helping those with addictions. Crediting her strong preceptors and supportive faculty members, she was inspired by the variety of experiences and opportunities available in psychiatric nursing, including her current role in a medically assisted detox unit. Morgan's faculty members and preceptors have indicated that she is a strong critical thinker and always aims above and beyond expectations to prepare and deliver excellent psychiatric nursing care. Morgan is known to create a strong therapeutic relationship with her patients and is constantly looking for ways to grow her nursing practice. Morgan is determined to make a difference in her community, and she upholds the utmost empathy and compassion for those in need. She emphasized to me that her success would not have been possible without the support of her parents, who happened to be live streaming from Norway. I think that's a record. And her best friend, Jasmine, who I know is graduating today as well as taking time to unwind with her 2 dogs and snowboarding, and I'm just hoping that's not combined, although that might be a really cool Olympic sport. We can't wait to see the impact of your skills, abilities, and compassion, Morgan, and that impact that you will have on the mental wellness of Alberta's most challenged individuals. Congratulations on behalf of the Faculty of Nursing on this most well-deserved honor. Eminent Chancellor and Madame President, I proudly present to you the following graduates from the Faculty of Nursing.
And now, presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Psychiatric Nursing. Chika Aduwabe Dike with distinction. Shirley Ann Jay with distinction. Katarzyna Maisonneuve. Danica Leigh Cowilan Marcos with distinction. Kylie Robin Murphy with distinction. Priscilla May Taylor. And now presenting graduates receiving the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Rania Adrienne Usman Abdul with distinction.
Agustina Temetayo Adekoya with distinction. Kafayat Ramoke Adeyeye with distinction. Ayodele Ajagbe. Erin Elizabeth Albert with distinction. Dominique Anikwe with distinction. Janae Leanne Armbruster. Jasleen Adwal. Jesse Olek. Kayla Marie Baggs. Carl Angelo Haravara Baniqued. Brooklyn Jade Bauer. Maya Joy Bimish.
Alexa Kennedy Berzouk with distinction. Claire Diane Belinsky with distinction. Shelby Lynn Brennan. Michaela Chernichan. Anya Lee Joy Chrétien with distinction. Connor Colby Chung. Savannah Sky Kolesnik.
Ella Kate Cowell. Amar Damon. Lauren Diana Davis. Nicole de Guzman with distinction. Chelsea Gisela de los Santos. Ashley Demers. Rupneet Kaur Dami. Shenya D. Kathleen Tatiana Diaz Cortez with distinction. Thea Kathleen Dobchuk. Brianna Madison Dowling. Darlene Adele de Sousa with distinction. Carissa Lois Ducharme.
Lauren Nicole Dunlop with distinction. Megan Elizabeth Dussault with distinction. Alexis Dwelsdorf Zooks. Adriana Juice. Ireland Ferguson. April Lynn Forster with distinction. Emma Rachel French. Charlene Denau Galvez. Taylor Gardner. Chinchu George with distinction. Aaron Taylor Glue with distinction.
Riley McKenna Ray Gluska, with distinction. Carissa Nicole Golding, with distinction. Janelle Elizabeth Green. Janamjit Kaur Grual. Eva Halaby, with distinction. Natalie Amanda Hansen, with distinction. Dawson Warren Hartman, with distinction.
Melina Alexandra Haynes. Caitlin Marie Hoyer, with distinction. Hannah Roan Thibault Hughes, with distinction. Clementina Kaleshi Ibamere. Angela Elizabeth Jabbar Martinez. Denise Kermel Jadouin.
Jaspreet Kaur Johal. Jaren Joseph. Jiyoung Kang. Harleen Kaur. Caitlin Keats, with distinction. Ashley Kohler, with distinction. Kateri Victoria Kramer, with distinction. Bianca Audrey Marquez Lama, with distinction. Gabriel Sinclair Lapa. Sydney Larson, with distinction. Don Huang Lee, with distinction.
Hang Kim Lee, with distinction. Brianna Karen Leach. Aaron Lomibao, with distinction. Jennifer Nicole Lawyer. Cassandra Jasmine Loza. Dagan James McDonald, with distinction. Madison Faith McDuff, with distinction. Kelsey Vera McPherson, with distinction.
Amida Madi. Iman Madi, with distinction. Laurel Malek, with distinction. Daniela Marie Marotta, with distinction. Kleina Mashingaitse. Matthew Jacob McCurdy, with distinction.
Hannah Mendoza. Rakal Mittal. Alisa Marie Mohammed. Sarah Ann Moore, with distinction. Mackenzie Teresa Moyles. Shauna Ming Lee Mulligan. Cody William Much. Stephen Richard Nasedkin, with distinction. Kathy Nguyen.
Kim Teresa Monserrate Nieva. Praise Ayoade Odakunle, with distinction. Brody Kevin Odegaard, with distinction. Winifred Oabasare Oakelomen, with distinction. Melissa May Oliver. Tyler Dean Olson. Moyosore Adedayo Osho.
Dharma Aileen Ossist. Megan Carol Palmquist, with distinction. Alisa Park. Francesca Abigail Pasqua. Monica Albertina Paul. Johanna Tesfaldet Paulus, with distinction.
Emily Faith Pilot, with distinction. Kyra Catherine Podilski. Alma Louise Pohl, with distinction. Bryden Alexander Poyer. Helena Roseanne Popiel, with distinction. Yesenia Pollock. Natasha Rapp. Aliyah Avani Rawana.
Kobe Stanley William Reed with distinction. Tamta Rikadze with distinction. Bailey Ann Roshkov with distinction. Aliana Marie Rosella. Allison May Roth. Jaden William Ruiz. Stephanie Simoy Salcedo with distinction. Janan Issam Saleh. William Edward Salakin.
Celia Pri Sangra with distinction. Celine Renee Molnar Sos. Jillian Elizabeth Schmidt. Claire Maria Schneider. Michaela Irina Schrader with distinction. Cassandra Ray Sheehan. Sohaib Siga.
Shaylin Sigurdsson. Reed Smith. Aiden Joy Soltis with distinction. Haley Spear with distinction. Samantha Joy Stannard. Ashley Nicole Stoltz with distinction. Tatiana Tandy with distinction. Angus Taylor. Alyssa Lee Teasdale with distinction. Kezra Thiessen with distinction.
Nicole Timbankaya. Jacqueline Trang with distinction. Annika Tsen with distinction. Gerline Kaur Verk. Samantha Lee Walker with distinction. Courtney Leanne Wall. Emily Janine Wall. Caitlin Elizabeth Sharon Willisco, with distinction. Taylor Ann Wilson, with distinction. Rachel Joy Zoe Winkler, with distinction.
Tiara Patricia Diana Yvette Wishloff. Emma Yen Wong, with distinction. Olivia Eva Woodhouse, with distinction. Iman Zechariah, with distinction. And now, presenting graduates receiving the Occupational Health Nursing Certificate. Christopher Lee Johnston.
And now, presenting graduates receiving the Perioperative Nursing for Registered Nurses and Licensed Practical Nurses Certificate. Elizabeth Kurovila. Janice Carrion Nasianseno, with distinction. Crystal Dawn Rain Koch, with distinction. Jonathan Keith Moses Selwyn Joseph Moses. Sarah Rose Stridehorst. Gray Garrett Wallstrom, with distinction. Caesar Ryan Yap, with distinction. And now presenting graduates receiving the Psychiatric Nursing Diploma. Samantha Nina Adams.
Nikiruka Ijeoma Azubike, with distinction. Joseph Lawrence Bakowicz. Tony Lorraine Beats. Jillian Bouchard. Sophia Marie Calderon. Vanessa Ellinger. Elena Dawn Gates. Frances Dawn Rojas Garela. Jasmine Karina Gutierrez, with distinction. Kimberly Hall.
Kaylee Lynn Holmedal. Natalie Horvat. Alisa Houston. Caitlin Paige Ma. Janice Makwetsin Yuya. Suzanne Michael Nathan.
Destiny Victoria Miller with distinction. Kevin Benisha Mwamba. Aaron Progers. Jasmine Proto. Jenna Lynn Quering. Brenna Skinner. Brannon Stahl. Bree Ray Siraki. Ingwan Rochelle Tran.
Lizanna Weaver. Colton Waits. Abby Michaela Weeb. And now, presenting the graduates receiving the Diploma in Wound Management. Mary Flood. Miriam Macau. This concludes the graduates from the Faculty of Nursing.
Dean Raymond, did they live up to your challenge? Yes, they did. Okay. I want to thank you for being an incredibly loving and warm crowd. And one of the things I noticed about this cohort this year, nursing, maybe it's nursing students in general, is how much you supported one another. So that's wonderful. I'm looking forward. I think this bodes well for our health system, that you are so supportive of one another. I now ask Kira Drogue, our Alumni Advisory Council member, to come to the podium to deliver an alumni message to you. The newest members of the MacEwan alumni community, which is now over 90,000. Kira.
I've said it to everyone individually. I'll say it to everyone again. Congratulations, class of 2024. You did it. I am thrilled to congratulate you on your academic achievement and to be the first to officially welcome you to your Alumni Association. As each of you look around the room today and embark on your own journey, remember, you're leaving MacEwan with so much more than a credential. I'm here to remind you that the friendships and memorable moments that shaped your experience over these past few years will continue with you, no matter what path you take. You now join over 90,000 alumni who are making a difference in communities across the province, the nation, and the globe. This is a group of peers whom you now share a common experience with. Connect with them. Stay connected with each other. Continue to cheer on our Griffins. Stay involved in the MacEwan University community, and perhaps walk the halls as a mentor to the next generation of students. You are an important part of our university's legacy, and I hope that you embrace being a MacEwan alum the same way you embraced being a MacEwan student, with commitment and passion. Once again, on behalf of the Alumni Association, congratulations, class of 2024. Enjoy this moment. You've earned it. Thank you.
Thank you, Kira. This brings us to the closing moments of our ceremony. It gives me great pleasure to thank the many people in our MacEwan community who have worked hard to organize Convocation. Faculty, I want to thank you for all your work. You ensured that your students were engaged in meaningful academic experiences that contributed towards their success. Graduates, while this signifies the end of your academic career at MacEwan, it is not the end of your lifelong journey of learning. I know that there are many people who helped you on your journey thus far. I'd like to invite you, our graduates, to express your appreciation to those who have supported you along the way. Would the faculty, family, and friends of our graduates please rise? Graduates, a round of applause, please. And now, in turn, I invite our faculty, family, and friends to join me with a round of applause that will really please Dean Christy Raymond to our graduates. Please be seated. Before we end for the day, before we adjourn, I would ask that guests remain at your seats for a few more moments. The stage party will exit first, followed by the graduate recessional. Once the last graduate leaves, guests may exit to the lobby. With that, I declare this convocation closed.
you.